Hey guys, Horse Card and welcome to 5 tips and tricks on how to play Yummy efficiently. So tip number 1, let's say we start off with Obedience School. First of all, if your opponent starts with Obedience School, even though Obedience School is not once per turn, always Ash it. Either Ash it or Dominus Purge it, because it's worth it. Because if that one resolves, you're basically gonna let your opponent have full combo. So let's say if you play it and you summon 3 of the different Yummy monster from your main deck. From here on, we would use the Cupsy and always the Cupsy Yummy in order to go into our Yummy Snatchy. From there on, we would use effect Yummy Snatchy to place the minion field spell. Then on resolution, normally what people do, they go with Snatchy and another monster into a Cupsy Yummy way and then search 2, and if you get Drolled, you know, that's it. But what I would do is I would use the minion effect, the field spell effect, targeting our Cupsy, chain Snatchy to go and into our Synchro. So what I would do is Chainlink 1, minion field spell, targeting our Cupsy. Chainlink 2, Snatchy, pay 100 life points. On resolution, we would use those two to Synchro summon into our Cupsy Yummy way. Then Chainlink 1, the field spell, would special summon the Cupsy Yummy. Then on a U-chain, Chainlink 1, Cupsy, and Chainlink 2, Cupsy Yummy way. Cupsy Yummy way would search us 2 Yummy, and then we would have to discard 1. We're gonna discard the Cupsy, and then we would from the Cupsy Yummy we would add the Surprise. And from there on, either they're gonna Ash one of these or your Cupsy Yummy, but in my opinion the Yummy Surprise is more important because in your opponent's turn you can non-target special summon Snatchy, and then from there on you can make your play. And on resolution, they can Droll you here because you don't need to do any more searching for doing your full combo, because from there on you can just turn your Cupsy Yummy way into another Snatchy, and then with the Snatchy and the negated Cookie you can go into our Lollipo, and then Lollipo is gonna special summon 2 Yummy monster from the graveyard, and then you can go into the Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher goes into the Arclight, and then you can set the Surprise and then pass. So tip number 2, let's say we start off with a Cookie and a Lollipo Yummy. Normally on main phase we would normal summon Cookie, we would link away the Cookie for a Yummy Snatchy. On summon, we would use Snatchy to place the field spell directly from the deck. But if your opponent has Ogre, they will destroy the Snatchy. Snatchy won't be negated by Ogre, so it would be placed the field spell directly. And then, what are you going to do? You already used your normal summon by Cookie, so you are basically just stuck with a field spell, and that's it. What I would do is, before that's happening, I wouldn't use the Snatchy effect to place the field spell. I would special summon the Lollipo because you control a link 1. Then I would link away these 2 for a Cupsy Yummy way. Then we would search basically other 2 Yummies. Then we would special one of these, basically discarding one of these, and then special the Cupsy. On summon, it can search us a Yummy card. We would search the Surprise, and then we would link off with the Cupsy Yummy way into another Snatchy, and then use Snatchy effect to place our field spell. And if by then they Ogre it, you simply link away or use the quick effect of Snatchy, pay 100 life points, Synchro way into our Lollipo Yummy way, then effect of Snatchy will place the field spell, and then a resolution we would be able to reborn from the graveyard, and so on and so on and so on. And we already have a surprise for follow-ups. So tip number 3, if you're being afraid of Nibiru, basically keep either one of these cards in your hand. Because if you get nipped, you're gonna give you the token. Obviously, you would turn it into a Link Spider. And then if you have none of these in your hand, you won't be able to play. Even if you have the field spell, most likely by the time you get nipped, you already used the field spell effect to reborn something from the graveyard. So by having one of these, you can just special summon it and then turn this into another one of synchros that you have and then pass, because then you basically are playing in your opponent's turn. So tip number 2, let's say you would get Contact C. It is a niche card against Yummy, I get it, but sometimes it happens. So let's say we start off by just normal summon Yummy, Lollipop Yummy, and our opponent chains Contact C to be able to special summon to our field. If we have Contact C on our field, we basically just locked in, because Contact C says, and I quote, "This card's controller cannot fusion, synchro, exceed, or link summon unless they use this card as a material." So unless you have an IP Masquerena, you can link away the Contact C and the Lollipop for an IP, and then on you can try to play. But the best way is if you have this card in your extra deck, and that's a special goo, you can link away the IP Masquerena for a Secure Gardener, because Secure Gardener needs a Cyber Link monster, and that's IP Masquerena. And the good thing about Secure Gardener is it's a link 1. So if we have one of the other Cupsy or Yummy, we can basically just special summon and play through. So tip number 1, if you have Obedience School and either Hornet Drones or any of the Yummy monster in your hand, never start with these. Always sacrifice the Obedience School. Reason why. So let's say you activate Hornet Drones in your draw phase, you're getting the token. Then in the main phase, obviously, you want to link away the token for the Kagari. Kagari targets the Hornet. Hornet again summons you a token. And then with these two, you would go into a Cupsy Yummy Way. If you only have Cupsy Yummy Way on your field, you basically make sure that your opponent is able to Veiler, Purge, Ash, or Imperm your Cupsy Yummy Way. And by then, you won't be able to use its quick effect to put it back into the extra deck, because you don't have any other Yummy monster in your graveyard. So basically, this one would be negated straight away, and then it would be useless. On the other hand, if you would start off with the Obedience School, you have enough Yummy at the end of this turn in your graveyard, so be able to react if someone imperms or Veiler or Ash or purges you